I've been meeting with members of the Syrian community living in Brighton Pavilion, my own constituency, and they've been telling me how frustrated they feel about the government's very restricted rules on so-called family reunion. Essentially, refugees who have a right now to stay in the UK are being prevented from bringing across from places like Syria a child, for example, that are over the age of 18 or grandparents, even though that child and those grandparents might be in incredibly dangerous conditions, and even though the Syrian community now have a place for them to join them, could look after them properly here. And you can imagine the stress and the trauma that's caused by being separated from a child just because they happen to have passed their 18th birthday. Suddenly they're not a child anymore as far as the government is concerned. So at a time when we've got such a terrible Syrian crisis, when there's so much really goodwill from the public to say we should be doing more to tackle the refugee crisis, I'm calling on the government to widen the scope of the family reunion rules so that broader family members can be brought across as well. I'm also asking the government to reinstate legal aid for some of these cases because, in fact, some of the family reunion cases aren't as simple as they sound and they need specialist help. That's why I've put down what's called an early day motion. It's a motion that we encourage other MPs to sign to send a very clear message to the government to say that they need to have fairer and more humane rules when it comes to family reunion.